Hi there VC, Happy New Year. My first video of 2018, and after much thought and discussion with others, I finally decided to throw my hat into the contest arena. And this video is, I'm going to put together a 130 subs contest. Nice round figure. I had a 130th yesterday, so it would have been the 129 subs contest. Thought I'd just play on it rather than just 100 plus. Yeah, I've been doing the videos now coming up to 18 months, and I'm surprised I've got this many subs, to be quite honest. Wondered what the appeal of an oldish bloke whittling on about what records he's got, but there's a lot of you out there, so I've watched quite a few videos. I've subscribed to a lot of channels, entered a few contests myself. So I thought, you know what, start the new year. No excuses for anyone not to do it anymore. Christmas is out the way. It's going to be a bit dark and dank in the UK at the moment, so let's do something to cheer everyone up. So you might be asking, well, what's this contest going to be about? And during my time in the VC, I've seen a lot of great contests, and the difficulty is to try and come up with something that's original, but not as though you're appearing on University Challenge. You want something that's is reasonably accessible to everyone. So my contest is going to be based on that well-known institution, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What I'm looking from you is to nominate, stroke induct, a band into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The only proviso is that this band is not already in. They've yet to appear in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Even better, there's got a slim chance of actually ever getting a nomination. So it's really shout out for you guys to celebrate your favourite band and just show to the VC in general why they should be included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh, excuse me, I needed that. So to give an example, I'm going to use the example of the band that if it was me entering this contest, I'd put in. And get yourself all sorted. That band is Slade. Slade, why I think they should go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Phenomenally successful in the United Kingdom in the early 70s. From a period, and I'm opening up my CD case for one of their compilations, from 1971 from June 1971 to February 1976, they had 17 consecutive top 20 singles. 6 of them went to number 1. They were the first act to have 3 singles enter the charts at number 1. You think the Beatles, they surpassed them on that one. The total single sales is 6.5 million. The band hailed from Wolverhampton, and the guys, I'll put my album again, a motley looking crew. Don Powell on drums. Let me take this out, it's a bit too much glare here. There you go. Don Powell drums, Jimmy Lee bass, Dave Hill lead guitar, Neville Noddy Holder, rhythm guitar and vocals. As I said, probably in previous videos, to me, they're the band that represents being in a gang. They're formed in Wolverhampton. Brief history. I think they started out as the In-Betweeners. Then Chas Chandler sort of caught them. He just finished managing Jimi Hendrix and wanted another band and really liked them. And at that point, they became Ambrose Slade. And then they dropped the name to Slade, and then they adopted the skinhead image. Skinheads in the late 60s was very popular, but it was quite a controversial move because they were... there was a lot of violence associated with skinheads at that time. But they changed their image and cottoned on to the glam. And their first single... I mean, I'm going to just go through the singles and their chart positions to get an idea how popular they were. So first hit single, Get Down and Get With It, which is cover number 16. 'Cause I Love You, number 1. Look What You Done, number 4. Take Me Back Home, number 1. Mama We're All Crazy Now, number 1. Goodbye to Jane, number 2. Come On Feel the Noise, number 1. Squeeze Me Please Me, number 1. My Friend Stan, number 2. Merry Christmas Everybody, number 1. Every Day, number 3. Banging Man, number 3. Far Far Away, number 2. How Does It Feel, number 15. Thanks for the Memory, Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am, number 7. Let's Call It Quits, number 11. That ended their singles in the 70s. They did have a revival in the 80s. They got cottoned on with the heavy metal. They played Reading in 1980 and just absolutely blew everybody off stage. And in 1983 they had My Oh My as number 2 and Runaway number 7, and I believe We'll Bring the House Down was as a top 10 single as well. What can I really say? I'm prattling on a bit too much, but really it's the influence they've left. The great songs, great rock songs, great catchy songs. And you knew what you got with Slade. So the bands who've cited Slade as an influence, and it really is across the board. So in the alt rock, you've got alternative rock, you've got Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, Wonder Stuff. In your punk new wave, the Ramones, Sex Pistols, the Undertones, the Runaways, the Clash, the Damned. In the rock metal vein, you've got Kiss. Gene Simmons will bang on about how big an influence Slade were. Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, Twisted Sister. Dee Snider, I think, likens himself to Twisted Sister as a cross between Slade and Sex Pistols. Quiet Riot, who had a hit with Come On Feel the Noise, and then tried to follow it up with Mama We're All Crazy Now. Girl School, Hanoi Rocks, Queen, as unlikely as they were. In the pop, you got the Replacements, Cheap Trick, Oasis. I could say go on with more, but the influence is just out there. If you've never listened to Slade, I'd recommend 2 albums for you. Get hold of a copy of that, Slade the Finest, which came out in 1973. I've got 2 versions. This is the UK, the edition released in the UK, and this one was the edition released in America on the Reprise label. In the UK, they were on Polydor. One of the great live albums of all time, Slade Alive. Issued in 1972. It's recorded just in a club in front of 300 punters, just as they were starting to break it. But Noddy's voice is just phenomenal. A couple of later albums I got on CD. They made a film, Slade in Flame, and Nobody's Fools. There are gaps I've got to fill in, and then I've got another compilation, which Slade Smashes, which came out in 1980 to cash in on their revival. I'm going to end this induction of Slade with some quotes, and the first one I'm going to read is Joey Ramone. And he said, I spent most of the early 70s listening to Slade Alive, thinking to myself, wow, this is what I want to do. You know, I want to make the kind of intensity for myself. A couple of years later, I was at CBGB's doing my best noddy holder. So, there you go. Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols said, Slade never compromised. We always had the feeling they were on our side. I don't know, but I think we were right. And the final quote I'm going to lead with this little induction of Slade is from the NME, and this is when they reviewed one of their compilations that came out. And they said they embodied the glorious absurdity of the greatest pop group. Let's get the right. Be better if I get the right fact. Yeah, get the fact. So let's start again. They embodied the glorious absurdity of the greatest pop in the sideburns, the mirrored hat, and Dave Hill's pudding bowl haircut. As such, they were the simplest, most effective possible response to prog rock's bloated pretensions and pseudo-intellect. So Slade, you're going into the Alternative Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that's what you've got to do, VC. Now, the rules. You have to be a subscriber to the channel. As I said earlier, the band art-stroke artists are not already in the Hall of Fame. When you've posted an entry, just notify me in the comment box. The closing date for the contest, and I'm going to give this quite a run actually, 28th of February 2018. The prize, what you're going to get, should you be lucky enough to win, it's going to be either a £25 Amazon voucher or a PayPal payment, whichever suits. I understand, with a lot of the subscribers are overseas, that doing an Amazon.co.uk voucher, it sort of ties you into just what we get available over Amazon and then the shipping costs. So I'll give an alternative there for you. So I have decided to do the contest. I'm going to look forward to the entries. I've given you plenty of time. Even if I just get the odd couple, I'd be eternally grateful. It shows that you do watch and you do listen. So best of luck, everyone. And close this video again by wishing you a Happy New Year. Don't worry, it's not alcohol. It's hot. It's lemon and hot water. About to do breakfast, and then when I've done breakfast, I'm going to go for a bit of a walk just to shake the cobwebs of Christmas away. New year, new start, and all that. So, VC, take care of yourselves. Look, keep playing the records. More importantly, keep smiling and just enjoy the music you listen to. So, see you soon.